Good morning, dear friends. This is Lady Sylvia, and boy, today is already Palm Sunday. Geez, it's like time is flying by so fast. I leave on Wednesday for a 10-hour flight to Argentina, to Buenos Aires, and then I think I'll be in Buenos Aires for several days. It's actually a very cosmopolitan place. Kind of reminds me of Barcelona. There's lots to do, so we have to figure out what kind of tours we want to go to and what we want to see. I'm still nervous. It's going to be sort of the end of summer there, so I have all my summer stuff packed away. I'm going to have to spend the whole today and tomorrow. I have to do laundry. And try to figure out what to wear. What exactly do you wear when it's, hot and balmy? And here it's in the 50s and it's raining and it's gray and cloudy. So this egg in front of you is a humongous porcelain egg. Don't know exactly what they used it for, just I guess decoration. It's all hand painted with a courting scene. The two gentlemen are talking to the lady with the fan, and it's quite large. It was found in an estate. I purchased it at an antique shop, and it is on a Lazy Susan base, so you could turn it around. And there's this metal work is called ormolu, and it's painted with forget-me-nots and roses and a lot of gold gilding. It's really quite lovely. And it came with a crystal cloche, I guess, is that what they call those things? The crystal case cover. And actually, when my friend Eileen died, she was a person who, when she collected not just one of that item, but like gazillions of the same item. She purchased a lot at estate auctions online. So when she passed, my friend told me that she had all these crystal cloches that they didn't know what to do because she didn't want them. So I took them and I used them to cover some of my solid porcelain frozen Charlies, which are in one of my videos. So it keeps the dust off them and keeps them from being bumped into and stuff. They're quite heavy because they're solid crystal. Crystal is made from lead crystal, and it is quite dense and heavy. Just imagine the nightmare this is going to be to pack that when we do find a house my husband wants to retire in San Diego somewhere. So, and the other little eggs that I have is the one he gave me with my tanzanite necklace. By the way, I read a lot on YouTube. So no jewelry. I will not be wearing any jewelry. No necklace, no rings, not even the fake stuff. In Rio de Janeiro has a reputation for a lot of criminal activity. So you see, I took all the rings, my thumb rings, everything's gone. I am not going to wear any jewelry. And apparently, they look for people wearing like designer Chanel, which I don't own anything like that. People who wear those shirts that say Gucci or whatever. I don't. I just wear plain T-shirts with, if anything, I have a picture of a cat on my T-shirt, so I'm not worried about that. But I also wanted to show you some of my old antique. These are mostly from 1908, 1911. Isn't that beautiful, the egg and the little chick? He's sailing on a ship made of eggs. Eggs and daisies, that's so cute. And look at this, with little chicks in a basket, the forget-me-nots, and of course, the sweet violets. I have to tell you a story about that. Look at this, how beautiful. The chicks and bunnies, I guess, is part of the resurrection story, because in early spring, baby bunnies are born and little chicks come out. So it's so sweet. Of course, when we were, when I was a kid, we didn't have money for chocolate eggs and chocolate bunnies and, malted milk eggs. We didn't have money for that stuff, If anything, my mother bought, oh, there's more violets. My mother bought stuff after the holiday, which was now on sale for like 75% off. And I did tell the story of how my mother would save the Easter, you know, that plastic cellophane Easter grass? Well, she would save that all year till January the 6th, which was Three Kings Day. And she would have us put that in our slippers. And she told us the three kings would feed their camels and give us gifts, which, you know, of course, were candies left over from Christmas. But we believed that, you know. You know, when you're a kid, you believe all kinds of silly stuff. I know, you know, I did believe in Santa Claus. Oh, God. Well, you know, you're a kid, so. Anyway, so I'll be, I think it goes Sunday, I'll be in Buenos Aires, Easter Sunday. And the ship takes off that day on Easter Sunday. And then it goes to Uruguay, a country called Uruguay. I've never been there either. So I'm kind of excited. And then it goes like, I guess it turns around and goes the other way back towards Brazil and stops at 4 different beach towns in Brazil. Now, we're not beach people. I've never been someone who lays in the sun or does all that stuff. I mean, I did that as a kid and as a teenager, but I don't do that. You know, it's not healthy for you. So, and we just don't enjoy the beach like that, you know, laying around, you know, bleh. No. We'll probably take tours walking around the towns and stuff like that. There's a lot to do, like wine tasting. The country of Argentina is really, really huge with, it's basically like the version of California. They grow tons of fruit and, of course, grapes and make wine. And the city of Mendoza is the biggest, it's bigger than Napa. I mean, it's freaking huge. And they produce tons of wine. By the way, that's my maiden name, Mendoza. So Mendoza is like, it turns out it's like Smith. It's one of the most popular names in South America and like, you know, crazy. So I'm excited to see all that. And of course, in Argentina, they have those cowboys they call the gauchos. So there's a lot to take in. So I'm getting excited. Let's put it that way. I'm getting excited. So what I want to do, let me put my glasses on. Okay, so I'm going to lift the camera up. And I wanted to take you to show you, don't mind the mess I've been in the middle of between packing and, let me stand up, and all this stuff. I wanted to show you some of the religious art that we have in our house. That's a beautiful, this is metal art made in New Mexico here. It's the Sacred Heart. I love the grapes. And there's my guardian angel. And these is a collection of prayer books. I had those when I was a kid. In the church, they give you these little prayer books. So this metal punch tin is from Mexico. And we light it up every night. I'll show you. See? And it has these little jewels. It's so pretty. And this is called a retablo. And it is painted on tin. And this was probably reframed in the 50s. But look at how beautifully they did the robe on Jesus, the sheer robe. It has some damage, but these things are very, very old. This was probably painted around 1900 or later. I mean, earlier, like late 1800s. But I think she's really beautiful. And it was found in an estate sale. And I bought it. And there's St. Francis, patron saint of animals. And of course, out there's the view. You could see the mountains from my house. That's my neighbor down there. But look at the view. It's really a beautiful view. And I have that coyote alert on my door, for the pet sitters to not let my dog out without somebody supervising him. So anyway, I'll walk you around. And this is a portrait of the Madonna and Jesus. And what surrounds her are called milagros. And they are effigies of thanks for healing when someone has a heart ailment, a lung ailment, a broken leg. They make a little metal design, see? And they thank God for the healing. So she's painted the beautiful gilding. Look at the silver work around her halo. It's amazingly detailed. These are painted in Bolivia, and these artists were trained by Spanish painters in the 1500s when Spain conquered a lot of South America. They taught the artists how the native people there, how to paint in the style of the cathedrals of Spain, and they still do it today. I mean, that's not an old painting, but it's painted in the style. And then there's our painting of Venice. I love Venice. And this is a painting I gifted to my husband of the Archangel Ariel. And there's a painting of Our Lady in a beautiful hand-carved frame. Sorry about the glare. There's some of our native art. And the house is kind of big. Down there is a part of a priest's vestment that we had framed, and it's all gilded in gold and silver wire. It's absolutely astounding. And down there is actually a church bench that we use. And this torche lamp, excuse me, we found, I think there's a set of them. Probably came from a church. There's a big fireplace. I love that painting. We found, believe it or not, we found that in Texas. And I love that painting. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Venice. Isn't that beautiful? A flamenco dancer, a gypsy dancer. She's beautiful. So I don't know if any of you have ever been to Venice, but it is really a hell of a place. It's beautiful beyond your wildest imagination. It's beautiful. So I will take you over here. And that's the painting that I love more than anything. She sits right as you come up the stairs. She's in this alcove. And she's the only survivor of our loss when they stole everything from our house and from our move from Phoenix to Fresno. She survived. So she's sort of a special thing for us. We really love her. Love her mysterious face. She was I think she was painted in the 1920s. So there's part of my clock collection. Love that porcelain piece. And I'll take you, I have to go slow. It's a beautiful icon. Those are Russian. The faces are hand painted. It's gotten very dark now from age. And then they do that repose metal work around it. And there's some of my porcelain pieces. Isn't she beautiful? I love the little girl feeding the bird. And then some of these beautiful porcelains. Those two ladies in front I bought all the way back from San Diego. And I believe they're French. And the two pieces behind are Hubach, and that's Salome dancing. But I really love those two ladies. Boy, did I pack those well. I packed them in like 10 pounds of bubble wrap. And this painting of hollyhocks, which is very old and really needs cleaning, was in Eileen's house. My friend who passed. And my friend who took it over was gonna give it away to the Salvation Army. And I was very upset with her for doing that. And so I told her, I'll give you $75 and I'll take it off your hands. So here's my table again, so I can sit down. Well, I hope, my friends, you enjoyed my little tour of my little section of my house here. It's, you know, I just wanted to show you some of the religious art we have. And my husband, he wasn't raised Roman Catholic. He was raised, I think, his mom was Presbyterian, and then I think he used to go to Episcopalian churches. But he loves all this art, and he feels it blesses our house. I do too. And so I'll leave you with that I wish you all a very happy Easter. God bless you all. Take care, wish me luck, and I'll see you when I get back. Hopefully I'll show you some pictures. Take care. Bye-bye.